Meeker County, ends at the city of Cosmos. At Winstead, the eastern 29 miles is a crushed limestone base. If you're familiar with trails, limestone base makes a pretty hard surface and a decent multi-use surface. It's not as preferred as pavement is for bicycling and rollerblading, things like that. Horseback riding is not allowed on the crushed limestone either. They've got a parallel trail for that, so the horses don't dig up the limestone. But all in all, it's not a bad surface. Going west of Winstead, though, the trail surface is gravel, class 5, crushed granite. It really makes a rough surface, especially for bicycling. Rollerblading, obviously, is not an option on it. So we've been working with the DNR for a number of years. We do have some DNR reps here today, so if there's some questions, we can direct those to them if you want. But I've been working with the DNR for a number of years, trying to get the Luce Line paved from the Carver County line, city of Winstead, to Cedar Mills in Meeker County. Again, this is that gravel base. The gravel base really makes for rough riding and really discourages use of the trail. The trail gets used during the winter for snowmobiling, but during the bulk of the season, when it's nice out, again, the surface discourages use of the trail. And this isn't just something that we're saying. If you look at some of the trail publications that are out there, they show the trail ending in Winstead. So it's a recognition of the poor surface and the rideability of it. And because of that, we're not taking full advantage of the asset that we have, the asset and the investments that have already been made in the trail, which we'll get to.
And to that point, and DNR's here, my observation is many more rollerbladers are using our trails. It's not just biking and walking, and that would be totally not possible on a surface like this.
So we were actually in the 2010 bonding bill. The Luce Line project was. That was the bill that Governor Plenty vetoed all of the trail projects across the state. We've been working with the DNR again after that, locally as a group, trying to understand how we can move this forward, working with our local legislators. And just about 2 summers ago, we got representatives from our cities, Winstead, Silver Lake, Hutchinson, McLeod County. Our local legislators were invited. DNR reps, including Portland Nelson, were there. And EDAs, chambers of commerce, other interested parties, to talk about what we could do to help move the project forward. And what came out of that was the idea that we really needed to put some of our own skin in the game. And to show that we were committed to the project, and we believed in the project that much, and that hopefully then the DNR and the state would see that as we continue to seek bonding dollars for that. So the partnership that we developed then from that, I'm going to try to work this, sorry. We've got a partnership together with the local units of government, and has been stated, we've committed $1.36 million to the project. Cloud County's done $500,000, City of Hutchinson $650,000, the Hutchinson EDA $100,000, the City of Winstead $100,000, and the City of Silver Lake $10,000. In return, the DNR has committed some of their legacy money to the tune of $1 million this date. $500,000 came from their 2013 legacy appropriation. Now another $500,000 has been put towards the project from their 2014 appropriation. Yes, sir.
Will this be a multi-purpose trail for all different activities, whether it's summer, winter? Whatever?
Yes, it will. Snowmobiling will still be allowed. Snowmobiling with traction devices. There'll be a parallel horse trail provided for horseback riders, just like there's a parallel trail to the east of Winstead. And of course, in the summertime, walking, biking, rollerblading, whatever people want to do. So, yes. Yes, sir.
Who owns the road there?
That's the DNR, the state and the DNR run it. This is all. Yes, sir. And that's one of the great things about the project is that it's really ready to go. It's about as ready to go of a project as you could want. Again, the corridor is in state DNR hands. A lot of improvements have been made already. Base work has been done probably 10 years ago, upgraded. There 3 bridges have been replaced in 2011. There's an overpass over Highway 22, just east of Hutchinson, and an underpass under Highway 7 that we'll see later on, east of Hutchinson as well. That underpass has never been hooked up to the trail. It's been about 15 years ago when that was installed. As part of this project, it will be connected. And so there's a safety component to the project as well. So the estimated cost is about $4.6 million. Again, we've got 2.36 already. We're asking and put in a request for $2 million in state bonding for this. Again, we had 2.37 allocated in the bonding bill in 2010. That would be 2.5 million now in today's dollars. Work's actually happening already. This fall, the DNR let out a contract to do the base prep work on the initial 23 miles from the Carver County line to the Green Star. That's County Road 115 west of Hutchinson. There's a shoulder on that county road that we can work with the county to get that paved, to make a safe route back into Hutchinson, and then back onto the Hutchinson Trail system and network. We paved the Luce Line through Hutchinson about 18 years ago. We got a iced tea transportation enhancement grant. So that 2.5 miles has been paved. We have about 20 miles of other trails within the city that are paved that use the Luce Line kind of as a backbone to that. So really it's important to the city as well. Our local dollars and the first $500,000 of the DNR's money has gone to this base prep project that's taking place now. And that'll be done by the end of July, this coming summer. And then that section, that 23 miles, will be totally ready for pavement. And if we get bonding dollars, we'll use those with the other DNR dollars, $500,000 to start the pavement. And then in 2015, we'll complete from Highway 115 to Cedar Mills. A lot of different support for the project. There's cities on and off the trail in the area that have given letters of support. Beaker County also did. Area Chambers of Commerce, local and regional EDAs, area healthcare organizations, area health and wellness organizations, local media, state, regional park and trail organizations, such as the Parks and Trails Council of Minnesota. This is a priority project of theirs. And Three Rivers Park District, they're supportive of this. The Bicycle Alliance, a state bicycling organization, is supportive, and we have a local snowmobile association that supports it as well. To be honest, there's another one, and they haven't come out with support for it, but they seem to know that it's inevitable, and so we are reaching out, trying to work with them. Future goals really starts with the Luce Line. But it's, the Luce Line is the red trail with the blue stars on it. To the south of us is the Dakota Rail Regional Trail. That's owned by different entities in Hennepin County. It's Hennepin County and Three Rivers Park District. Carver County owns it. And McLeod County is the McLeod Rail Authority. Our hope is that, currently the Dakota is paved from its beginning, which are only about a mile apart, the Luce Line and the Dakota in Hennepin County. And Three Rivers and Carver County have paved the Dakota out to the Carver County line. West into McLeod County, it's still a railroad bed. Rails and the ties have been pulled up, but still got all the ballast rocks, and there's bridges and culverts that need replacement, so a lot of work needs to be done with that. Again, in contrast to Luce Line, all that work's been done already, it's ready to go. The other aspect with the Dakota, as you can see from the Carver County line, it's a long stretch. It's about 17 miles to Hutchinson. There's no cities along the trail there. There's no real points of interest, no parks or things like that. It's really too long by itself in this area for recreational users, families to be able to use that a lot. In contrast, the Luce Line, where the stars are, is Hutchinson, Silver Lake, and Winstead. They're about 7 to 8 miles apart, a lot closer together. There's other points of interest. The winery right here, Swan Lake Park is not too far away, County Park. The distances are a lot more conducive to being able to be used comfortably by all types of people and families. So it really starts with the Luce Line with us. And if only one can be done, for us, it should be the Luce Line, because we get the most use out of it and the most benefit that way. However, once we did get the Luce Line, if we did complete the Dakota, we'd have an opportunity to have linkages between the two trails. So people could do a variety of loops. It would be a unique and really different trail system than is anywhere else in the state. Three Rivers already is recognizing this. Again, they're close together on the east end. The blue dot on the right, farthest right, Three Rivers is working at acquiring some land to connect the trails now east of St. Bonifacius. So they see that benefit. And again, if we can do this in time, we'll really have a unique recreational system that will really provide a lot of economic benefit to the whole region. And bicycling, I think most people know it's just exploded. There's an industry with bicycle tourism now, and this would be a way to tap into some of that. And then in the future, this Greenleaf Lake State Recreational Area gets developed. That's by where the green star is on the far left. You could see a link going up to that as well. So that's one of the reasons we're going all the way out to Cedar Mills. So closing statements. It's really not about limiting use at all. Question came up, is it going to be multi-use? And that's definitely what it's going to be. As I mentioned, Snowmobiling will still be allowed. DNR's gave the assurance of that. State laws can change to help enable that. Horseback riding will be facilitated with the parallel trail. The farm crossings where farm implements need to get across, they'll be maintained and built up to suitable levels. Drainage systems will be maintained as well. So we really tried to take in all the concerns that came up from other meetings back even in 2010 when Senator Dill was spearheading the project. So it really is about making it more usable so more people can enjoy it. Project's really ready to go. Parks and Trails Council of Minnesota said there's no other trail project in the state as ready to go as this, and that can put as many miles of new pavement down. So it's really unique. DNR has mentioned they haven't done a trail of this magnitude in probably almost 20 years. So again, it's unique. It's unique in the miles and the outcomes that it could provide. And it's unique because of our partnership and the local dollars that we've been putting into it. Representative Hausman talked about the economic benefits. Both Hutchinson and Winstead recently did update their downtown plans. The city of Hutchinson's, let's imagine Hutchinson booklet, it refers to trails probably about 60 times, in the document. Because we feel there are opportunities and it is important. Winstead's their downtown vibrancy report. Again, the trail plays a big role in that. The trail by itself isn't an end all means, but it plays a key role in a lot of other things and helping to increase the livability of the community, as well as being a recreational asset of health and wellness. Again, we've got the support of all the area local healthcare organizations, and it provides economic benefit as well.
The questions of committee members? Yes.
I have one more question. This might be a question for DNR. In terms of trail maintenance, is there fees collected from groups or whatever to maintain trails after it's built or in the process now?
Any of the state trails there are not now with cycling. Some of the snowmobile tags go to some of that, or in kind, you could talk to that.
Maintenance funding for the trails has been consistently over time appropriations. Area staff do have some non-specific funding that's available for basic maintenance. But admittedly, what's driving maintenance across the board right now is legacy funding. It's providing opportunities to repair facilities that were developed 20 years ago, but we haven't had the opportunity to say repave, things like that. But annual maintenance, sweeping, keeping the trees off, etc., is something that is fun.
And occasionally the issue does come up about some sort of fee on bikes, on bike purchase or whatever. And the sense I get is biking groups have indicated a willingness to look at that because this is a system that is very valuable to them. So I think it's an issue that gets raised from time to time, and I don't know where the momentum will come. Other questions? Staff, do you have all the information? Yes.
I just want to get up and speak in favor. I'm a Metro legislator, but I want to speak in favor of this trail. A couple of years ago, I was kind of going through a little bit of a midlife crisis, so I decided to ride my bicycle across the country. And so I had my folks drop me off in Florida, and I drove to San Diego on a bicycle. So I get back, and everybody says to you ever done that thing where you ride across Minnesota? And I'm like, I just rode across the country, isn't it enough? And so then I was looking at the map of Minnesota, and the ride across Minnesota is 150 miles. And I thought, I'm going to ride across Minnesota. So I had my wife in the middle, drop me off at midnight out on Marietta, the 212 there, and South Dakota. And then I rode through Erdall's neighborhood, he's been telling me about this area for years, and I rode on your trail, it is a nice trail, people are gonna come, and then I drove my bike all the way to Stillwater, so it's 194 miles, and then of course you gotta do another 6 because you're so close to 200, but I would love to fill my panniers with, or my water bottles with some of your nice wine. I don't drink, but I probably could have got very far on it though. But no, I think it's a nice thing, and these are really proven to be successful for driving businesses and helping. I loved your letter as well, and helping, you know, we spend money when we come out, and so I think it's good, and we go home, right, so.
Life in the world changes, and one of the things that the business community and chambers are beginning to understand, as they think about attracting workers and business and industry and the Fortune 500 companies, they know the worker of today is different. In the past, the worker used to say, where are the jobs, where's the manufacturing plant, where's the mine or whatever, and that's where they'd move, and then they would hopefully find a job. The worker of today, the worker that the business community and chambers and everyone understands they have to attract, that 20 and 30, age 24 to 36 or whatever, that demographic we need to attract, they decide first where they want to live based on amenities, quality of life, arts and culture, parks and trails, transit, all the things we used to think of. Representative Renee, you mentioned wants and needs before, all the things we used to think of as the frills or dessert, and now that's how they're deciding where to live. And once they decide, then they decide where they're going to work. It's a very different economic time. And the business community that's traveled to some of the other cities that are doing that well, Denver and others, understand this, and they are beginning to look at investments of infrastructure in a very different way as a result. So different days and times. All of these trail projects, though, come right out of the community. All the hard work has happened there before we ever hear about it. So thank you for having us today. I think we're going to get on the bus and go to see the place. I don't know whether we're going to have time to stop and buy a bottle or two of wine to take with us, but I've got mine chosen. Thank you so much for having us.